morning and welcome to Packs for Breakfast here Sunday morning at 6 a.m. on the dot. Uh, got a little something different today. We got 2024-25 Donruss basketball. This is a special pack that I bought from Sam's Club. They always do a little different setup with their cards. Should be interesting. As you can see, we got the regular packs, 15 cards. And then we have the bonus pack with 3 wedge parallels. And then, finally we have the box topper pack, which has the giant card in it. And those can be numbered all the way down to 1, which is kind of cool. If we get a 101, that'll be awesome. But Randy, how are you doing this week?
Hey, I've had a couple of Mountain Dews this morning, so I'm doing great. What if the giant card is Muggsy Bogues?
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Because that thing's almost full size then.
Actual size.
Actual size Muggsy Bogues card.
Kirk is back with us today as well. How are you doing, Kirk?
I am doing great. I do love how we still have a baseball background, which is confusing for basketball.
Look,
I like how the theme song still applies. It's still for the ball game, that applies, but we're on the diamond to watch the basketball cards. Just saying.
Listen, I knew that was going to come up, and hear me out. I lost my basketball background. I don't know where it went, and I didn't have time. So we're sticking with the diamond. They haven't. The crew hasn't switched it over to a court yet. I apologize. That's on me.
Okay, just noticing that. So you lost it. Okay.
You know,
well,
here's the thing, though. There's a lot of 7-footers plus in the NBA. What if we put them in the outfield? I mean, they could rob some home runs.
a shot blocker could be a home run stealer. Could be be an easy. Yep, sure.
Why not have Wembanyama out there in center? You know, have a Teta Kempo out there, and who's like Chet Holmgren. I mean, telling you right now, it's like they would barely have to jump to get over the wall. Nobody's hitting home runs.
Saying, what did you do to your pinky? What happened there?
Stupid ingrown fingernail. It's dumb. Hurts.
Okay.
It hurts a lot. I haven't been able to find it yet.
But look at this. You know what? I hope all the viewers appreciate he's playing through the pain, people, to open cards for you, even with a bum pinky. That's, a lot of guys would phone it in. They'd have somebody else do it, but not Chris. He's still opening cards for you guys.
So, Kirk and Randy, first off, do you want to start with the big box topper or do you want to end on the big box topper? I'll let you guys decide on that.
And I say we start with it, because then it's something that could just stand in the background forever.
Okay.
It's looming over all the other
Just
cards.
looming over all the little cards.
So it is it's a box topper. It's an oversized card, and it could be numbered all the way down to 1. So
This is what I remember. Like Bowman, there's a card. Bowman was bigger than the average card, but this is way bigger than Bowman.
yeah, well, that was kind of annoying. Remember Bowman? You couldn't fit him in the binder.
Right? That was super irritating. Just because the binder, it kept him nice.
And it is Kawhi Leonard.
Why Leonard?
As a Spur? Do they realize he hasn't played for them in forever?
Okay, he is looming.
Is he a Clipper now? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Wow. It's like there's not too many guys in the NBA that I dislike, and we pulled one of them.
It's kind of a boring pose. He's just standing there. He's like, you know what I mean? It's not even an action shot. He's just.
That's because that's the most action you see out of Kawhi Leonard. Usually he's injured, and he's got something bandaged up, and he's just sitting on the bench.
So this is when Kawhi was a rated rookie. So that's why it's a Spur.
Well, He got 2 championships. He's pretty much guaranteed a Hall of Fame bid. So yeah, that rated rookie, he worked out. But he also spent a lot of time on the injured list.
Those Spurs, they were an organization. Like Popovich, just like I guess he's not coaching anymore. But man, what a run they had with Tim Robinson, Duncan, Ginobili, Tony Parker. I mean, they had a squad.
And it was.
Oh yeah, it's like Popovich put the right guys together on that one.
It was one of those where I didn't like watching the Spurs because they were. It was always low scoring, just a lot of defense. And wasn't a fan of that.
Oh, see, I love the Spurs because, Duncan, Robinson, Parker, Ginobili, Bowen, they all just played the game the right way. I mean, they basically reflected their coach. They were quiet, kept their heads down, and just played basketball and won 5 championships.
So we start off with someone I don't know, Tyler Herro.
I would. Is it Hero? Because they like.
Yeah,
the
it's
sandwich?
Hero.
Oh, is it Hero? Okay.
Yeah, it's Hero. Well, here's the thing. It's like the Nuggets went to the championship against the Miami Heat. Tyler Hero was actually the guy that the Heat were missing. That probably could have made a big difference for them because he is a pretty good scorer, but he was missing the entire series. So Miami was a man down technically in that series.
Daniel Gafford. Upside down. Come on, guys. We got Max Strus, Cleveland.
His team's already been eliminated.
Emmanuel Quickly.
His team, I don't even think, made the playoffs, so he was quickly eliminated.
Good name for a basketball player.
Yep.
Someday future, I don't know. It's like Korean basketball player.
De'Aaron Fox. Okay, this is cool. They kind of have everybody in here. That's neat.
Well, De'Aaron Fox, I think, didn't he end up on the Spurs? I think the Spurs traded for him, if I'm not mistaken.
We got
Jimmy Butler. There we go.
Oh, I forgot to preface for everybody watching the. What we're gonna do is I'm leaving this up to Kirk and Randy, but we're gonna pick our starting 5. So kind of our dream team out of these groups. So if I come across a guy on here that you really want on your starting team, just let me know, make a case for him, and we will set him off to the side or put him right up on the stand. I don't like Jimmy Butler, but, he's good.
Well, his team got eliminated. The Warriors did, because he did get traded to the Warriors halfway through the season.
Julius Randle, big guy, played for the Lakers for a long time, or at least a couple years anyway.
He was one that LeBron James, because when LeBron James got there, it was like Julius Randle, Josh Hart, Lamar. What was it? LaBelle? Which ball was it? It was one of the balls. It's like they were all there, and it was a really young team, and they were really bad. So he wanted them all shipped out. Well, I mean, Julius Randle right now is having a really good playoff run with the Knicks. So, I mean, it worked out pretty good for the Knicks.
His parents' first date was actually at an Orange Julius.
It's like, you know what? I don't even know if his parents are old enough to remember Orange Julius.
We also did not talk about that today is Game 7 for the Nuggets and OKC. So, should be interesting. Tip off at 1:30, which is like 1:50, but, excited. See how it goes. Aaron Gordon's got a hamstring strain, so could be bad news for the Nuggets. Aaron Gordon's kind of one of their centerpieces, so.
I'm sure they'll tape it up real good. They'll wrap it up as good as they can, and Gordon's not going to miss the game. But he might not be able to handle SGA as well, or whoever he's got to cover.
Probably not see those big dunks that we are. All right.
What's this?
Backwards cards. So it's a disco parallel. Obviously, you could see it's shiny.
Ooh.
CJ McCollum for the Pelicans.
Instead of a pack of gum, did they put in a tab of like ecstasy? Like we're back in the rave.
And then we got another Great Expectations, Jacoby Walter. Another disco.
Why do so many of these people they have like an apostrophe in the middle of their name?
It does seem to be a newer thing. I don't remember that back in the day.
Yeah, it's like, our parents didn't sit there and go, you know what, we need an apostrophe. Don't just say J-A-K. No, J-A apostrophe K.
We got Obi Toppin. Great name.
His team is still playing.
Malik
Jacoby Walter averaged 8.6 points and 3 rebounds this year in 52 games.
Thank you for those boring stats.
Yeah, those were pretty boring, but that's what he's doing right now. So I don't know if there's great expectations around 8 points and 3 rebounds.
Kelly Oubre Jr. Jaime, is it?
Ooh, two juniors in a row.
Yeah. Junior, Jaime Jr. Brandon Miller for the Hornets. And Kyle Anderson for the Warriors. Wolves, what? Oh, he's got a Wolves uniform on his Warriors card.
It's like, boy, Donruss really didn't try, did they?
Huh.
Would that be an error? Or do you think he got traded or something, maybe?
Let's see. I don't know.
Maybe
he's been in the league for quite a while.
Randy, look up where is Kyle Anderson at right now?
Well, okay, so Kyle Anderson played 2022 to 24 with the T-Wolves, but in 24 he was traded from the T-Wolves to the Golden State Warriors.
Okay.
There we
and
go.
then he was traded again, and he is now a Miami Heat player.
Oh.
Yeah, and if the people watching know, go ahead and chime in and let us know. If we don't know something, go ahead.
Hey, Grayson Allen for Kirk's hometown Suns.
Yeah, he's one of those 3-point specialists. He's when he gets open, odds are he usually knocks it down.
Kind of like who was it back when I was real into basketball? I think it was Redick was the 3-point guy. Brandon.
Tyler Redick Tyler Redick was just a shooting guard. I mean, he was pretty good, but
Brandon Ingram for the Pelicans. Hey, there's my guy, Bol. I just saw a story about Manute Bol. His dad. I want to say that the coach that found Manute Bol lied about his age. They didn't actually know how old Manute was, or something of that nature. But I'm a fan of Bol. I like the guy.
Yeah, crowd favorite, and wherever he goes, people just seem to like him. I mean, they liked his dad. He's just tall and lanky, and he's just fun to watch.
Manute was a specifically lanky dude. Like, his arms were just insane.
His white counterpart was a guy called Chuck Nevitt, and he was about the same size and about weighed the same. And when those guys played each other, it was funny to watch because it was just like, yeah. If you want to have some fun, just Google Chuck Nevitt
versus Manute Bol.
Or even Sean Bradley had almost a Manute Bol body. I mean, he was very, very tall and skinny.
We got.
Imagine it's tough to keep pounds on those guys. All right, moving on.
Got Aaron Nesmith for the Pacers.
Ooh.
Jonas.
Good luck with that one.
Valenciunas.
Man, that's got some tildes and accents.
Oh, Valanciunas?
Mouthful.
That might be Valanciunas.
It could be.
Could be pronounced Valerie.
He plays for the Wizards Got Joel Embiid.
So nobody knows him.
For the 76ers.
As centers go, this guy's hurt all the time, but I'm not. Maybe put him off to the side as a possibility for the center position.
Yeah, Embiid. I mean, he's good. He kind of, I don't know. There was a couple years ago he got the MVP and then kind of like choked it out in the playoffs. So.
Well, he cried to get his MVP.
Yeah.
It's like he basically, talking about why the voters don't like him, and it's like he was kind of whining that it's like he puts up big numbers, but they keep giving it to Jokic. So then they gave it to him for 1 year, and it's not that he wasn't deserving of it. I mean, he put up big numbers, but I don't like when you campaign for it. It's not, you're not trying to be elected to the MVP, but it seemed like that year the voters just kind of rolled with it because they were tired of giving it to Jokic, I guess.
Well, and there was also like one of the writers actually left Jokic off the ballot completely. And everybody was just like, how could you not even have him on your ballot? Geez. Andrew Nemhard. I like that we're getting everybody in here. That's nice. So we got.
Ooh, another sparkly card.
Yeah, so Disco of Denny Avgia, something. Sorry, Denny, I butchered that one. And then we got a Bomb Squad rookie card of Donovan Clingan. How's he doing, Randy? Look him up.
Donovan Clingan?
That's a cool card, though.
I don't know. Didn't he lose to Captain Kirk?
That's kind of neat how they made it look like a comic strip.
Yeah, it's a Bomb Squad. It's a cool insert.
Oh, Kawhi Leonard. He would be in the running of possible for me in the starting five. He's a baller.
All right, we'll put Kawhi up there, and that's actually him with the Clippers. So.
Well, I mean, Donovan Clingan is 6.5 points, 8 rebounds. So I mean. Good bench player. I'd like the Nuggets to maybe have a good bench player like that. 7'2", 280. We could use a backup to Jokic.
So then you got Kawhi there, and then you got Kawhi there. They're kind of he's looking at himself up there.
Right. Oh, definitely especially the way this guy's been playing in the playoffs for the Knicks. And I guess he won I forget what they're calling it, but basically the clutch player. So I don't know when they started doing it. Maybe you look it up, Randy, but it was a new award they're giving to like somebody who's just like it's the end of the game. This guy just steps up and ice in the veins and just plays out of his mind.
Nice.
I would nominate him because he plays the point guard. So I would. It's going to be hard pressed to find a better point guard than that guy.
Oh.
Yeah, Brunson's really good.
OG Anunoby.
What a great first name, by the way. He's the original gangster.
That's right.
That's a great one. I like that.
Scoot Henderson for the Trailblazers.
So that Clutch Player of the Year award, yeah, it's been going on for 2 seasons.
Okay, it seemed new.
It's like the other guy that won it was De'Aaron Fox in 2023.
Oh, there you go. Torian Prince for the Bucks.
Oh wait, that's the 3rd year because Steph Curry also is a winner of it. So there's your Clutch Players of the Year: De'Aaron Fox, Steph Curry, and Jalen.
And we'll end that pack on Donovan Mitchell for the Cavaliers. I think he was with the Jazz for quite a while.
Actually, the Nuggets drafted Donovan Mitchell and then traded him on draft day. And I can't remember. I think they might have gotten Jamal Murray for him. I can't remember the exact trade, but the Nuggets initially drafted Donovan Mitchell.
Ooh, take it off. Ow. Sorry.
All right. We'll start this pack off with Kyle Anderson again. All right. And Grady Dick for the Raptors. Tall, lanky dude.
His middle initial is A. He's a Grady A. No.
Darius Garland for the Cavaliers.
Hootie. He's got the first name as Hootie. Darius Rucker.
Darius Rucker. Benedict Mathurin. I like the jerseys that they have in that one. It's kind of neat.
This is Indy.
It's
like the Indy 500. I think that's what they're going for.
And then you got Jonathan Kuminga for the Warriors. Kyrie for the Mavericks.
Ooh, he's good, but you know what? As a point, I would go with Brunson. But he's no slouch either.
Yeah.
He's a little nutty. I believe he
definitely
was a flat earther. I believe he was a flat earther was one of his things.
He had some real weird things going on there in Cleveland for a while.
You know what? When someone's really good at something, they can, artists can be a little nutty. So can basketball. So can sports people.
Oh my God, a rated rookie for Cam Spencer, Grizzlies. Keontae George in the disco parallel for the Jazz.
Dante. I like how you said it's like you give it a little Latin flair.
At least it's a jazz player with kind of a jazzy background.
All right, there's your pass the rock, LeBron James.
All right.
Well, you know why? Because right now he's tired because he's old. And so he was tired, and he said, somebody else dribble this. It's like it's starting to give my arthritis to flare up.
Oh, that's a name.
Ooh.
LeGuence Dort for the Thunder. Okay. Ooh, our first Piston, Malik Beasley.
Former Nugget, Malik Beasley.
I liked the Pistons when they had Drummond. Do you remember him? He was like a double machine, that guy.
Is it like the Ben Wallace days, or when they were like Chauncey Billups?
No, it was probably like later 2010s. I don't know, maybe like 2015, 2016, something like that. But okay. Yeah, Andre Drummond was he was just a double machine. And you got Chris Paul.
He was great. Like, he's definitely at the end of his career. Like, he has maybe one or a couple more seasons, but just assist machine, very I don't know, Steve Nash-y kind of guy. He'll, good shooter, but just great assist man.
Well, the only problem with Chris Paul is it's like he is one of the best point guards to play, but he always got hurt for his teams at the most crucial times. It didn't matter what team he was on, when it was the playoffs or just before the playoffs. For some reason, Chris Paul would get injured. Although I do remember there was a trade that was supposed to go through. It was Chris Paul to the Lakers, and the NBA actually blocked the trade. It's like the NBA did not allow it to go through for whatever the reasons were, which I was very happy about, because I did not want LeBron James having a guy like Chris Paul on his team. So I was happy about that. But it's weird that the NBA will let a trade like, Pau Gasol from Memphis to the Lakers, which the Memphis got nothing in return. They'll let that go through. Mm-hmm. They'll let the Luka Doncic one go through, where, I'm sorry, but Anthony Davis is not a fair trade. But they blocked the Chris Paul one, so it's weird.
Wait, speaking of that, you're talking about that. I heard a conspiracy theory, and they basically, like, how the Mavs traded Luka away, and then to the Lakers, because the Lakers are just such a giant market team. The theory is that's why the Mavericks won. They got the top pick in the lotto. Somehow the NBA rigs it. They're like, look, because you gave up that giant player to go put him in a LA market, which is better for the league, we're going to reward you with the top pick. Like, have you heard that nutty? Somebody, he goes, this is kind of a aluminum foil hat kind of conspiracy kind of thing, but it's
probably the one that started it.
Would that surprise you if it was true?
It's like, because to me, the NBA is not always above board. So it's like, I was probably the one that started that rumor, because it's like, even I thought that immediately when I saw Dallas got that pick. I'm going, oh, that was That's the reason that they didn't shop around Luka. That's the reason that they didn't get that much for Luka. And it's like, Luka ends up in LA for basically nothing. And it was like, okay, Dallas, it's like, if you're in the lottery, we'll give you the first pick. Because the other thing was Dallas could have made the playoffs. They really could have. They had a chance. I think if Davis stays healthy and Kyrie stays healthy, they would have made the playoffs, because I think that team was good enough to still make the playoffs. But I think when they were in the lottery, this is kind of their way of saying, because, I mean, think about it. That GM did not get fired. That ownership group did not scream from the rafters, don't trade our star player. I mean, there's too much goofy stuff there. So it's like, when it comes to the NBA, I am very much a conspiracy theorist. Not much else, but the NBA, I don't believe they're always above board.
Right, because they used to do like the lotto ball thing, and they used to watch it. Now it's like behind the scenes, so you don't. Like,
Yep,
it's just
they won't let you watch it.
And in defense of Dallas, I mean, injuries happen. It's a long season. It's a hard game. So, like, I mean, sometimes there is bad luck. Like, it's not all, you know what I mean? Like, oh, well, they pretended to be injured, and then they missed the thing. So, I mean, you can really go down weird rabbit holes.
Well, no, I don't think they pretended to be hurt. I think that legitimately, I think Davis, because Davis is always getting hurt.
Right.
And it's like, I legitimately believe that those guys got hurt. But the problem was, it's like, it got them into the lottery and a 1.8% chance to win it. And so they win that kind of a, lottery. It's like, I mean, there's also so when Anthony Davis was traded to the Lakers, the New Orleans Hornets, they ended up with the number 1 pick so that they could draft Zion. When Cleveland lost LeBron James to free agency to go to Miami, they ended up with the number 1 pick overall. It's just almost like this weird stuff that it's like the NBA tries to make it up to their ownership groups.
And that the second time we saw Prince, and there's another Mitchell.
Yep, it's kind of some repeats.
And Obi Toppin.
Oh, look at this. Yeah, man, we've already seen this pack.
Yep.
We really
By the way, we can keep flipping through because we've seen these, but like Rudy Gobert, for Minnesota, he was a good center. Definitely not as good as the one we have already, but give him a little shout out because Minnesota's looking good in the playoffs this year.
Damian Lillard, we haven't seen him yet on the disco.
Yeah, they're talking about disassembling that Milwaukee Bucks team. They really are.
And we got franchise features. Another Kawhi's been heavily featured in this set. There's LaMelo.
He's probably the best of the Ball brothers. Out of all 3 of them, it's like LaMelo. LaMelo's actually turned out to be the best of the 3.
Who are the other 2?
One of them was like trying to think, like, I cannot remember the other 2s. One of them I know played for the Lakers. The other one was shipped off to the middle son was shipped off to like the G League. Never really played that much NBA ball. LeVar is the dad. I don't know why I can't think of.
I like this picture because it looks like Wemby in the background, and it's like a quarter of Wemby behind him.
Yeah, he looks giant compared to him.
Yeah. Isaiah.
Lonzo. So it was Lonzo and LiAngelo Ball.
This guy's a decent big man. Like he's like kind of the more of the muscle because the OKC has that other lanky guy.
Holmgren. Is it Holmgren? I think. Yeah. You got Bam.
Yeah, just have you know, LiAngelo Ball is currently playing. He's currently playing basketball in Mexico professionally.
I remember Bam. He was on that Suns team that lost to the Nuggets in the playoffs, and he was kind of a odd cat.
But he gave Jokic fits on some nights. He really did.
I believe he ended up on the one of the Olympic teams. I thought because I was watching a Netflix documentary that's really good. I think he was on that.
Jaden Hardy for the Mavericks. Karl Anthony Towns for the Knicks, which he's been
playing great for the Knicks. He's been playing great for the Knicks the playoffs. Yeah, they finally beat Boston, so it's the Knicks against the Pacers in the East. That'll be interesting.
Man, that reeks of the '90s right there.
John
Knicks
Morant.
and Pacers. I mean, I'm just waiting for Ewing and Miller to come out.
Yeah, and the Davis brothers and Oakley. Those are just some fist. That's when they would just beat the hell out of each other.
John Starks.
So I'm looking at our team. We got power forward, center.
Got a point guard.
Shooting guard.
And LeBron, you can put him kind of anywhere. He's kind of a point forward. So, yeah, like a shooting guard would be nice. We don't have one of those.
All right. We'll keep our eyes open for another shooting guard.
Kawhi Leonard is looking over us all, just being judgmental. He's smiley, though. He looks like he's happy with the show so far.
Yeah, Dennis Schroeder. Oh, I like him. Chris Stapps, Porzingis.
Oh, did you see him get elbowed and just start gushing blood? I've never seen so much blood on an NBA floor before. It was really gross.
Yeah, I mean, Porzingis he's also another guy that gets injured a lot. You know, it's too bad because he is a talented player when he's playing.
Io,
this one, Chris.
Yeah, Io Dosunmu. Josh Giddey, 2 bowls in a row.
Giddey.
Terry Eason for the Rockets. Hey, D'Angelo Russell. Is he still with the Lakers?
You know, I don't think he was still with the Lakers, but he might have been. He did not cause as many problems for the Lakers last year. And another apostrophe.
You're very anti-apostrophe.
I am very anti-apostrophe in the middle of a first name. It's like it's just not necessary.
I like this one too, G.G. Jackson II. And that's...
I like that because 2 G's and 2. Yeah, that's an interesting name.
Good game,
Russell
Jackson.
Plays for the Nets.
G.G. Jackson II.
And we got R.J. Barrett for the Raptors on the disco. And then
I think that was another one of the players that might have been on that Laker team. Or he just might have been a really good Duke player at the time. There's a bust.
Zion Williamson in the bomb squad.
Bust. Total bust. Can't stay.
One of the best lines I heard was Barkley on the NBA Today goes, it looked like me and Shaq had a baby. That's how he describes it.
Oddly, we have not seen any Nuggets in this set yet.
That is a good point.
Yeah. They don't like this. It's like the NBA hates the Nuggets.
Brandon Podziemski. Speaking, there he is. Aaron Gordon.
Hopefully his hammy is okay.
My homer choice to go up on the board right now. Jaden McDaniels. I really liked Aaron Gordon back when he played with the Magic, and then he came here, and I was really excited because he was. I liked his game.
Well, you know the funny part is we traded him for Grant. Grant was a guy we brought in to be that missing piece, but Grant wanted to be the featured player on the team, and it was going to be Jokic or Murray. So he wanted out. So we ended up trading him to the Magic to get Gordon. And Gordon, they were trying to make the featured player in Orlando, but he came here and has been an amazing, sidekick to Jokic.
Trae Young for the Hawks.
You want a shooting guard. Trae Young is a shooting guard.
Trae Young, he's a stud.
You talk about a guy that can light it up when he's on. He's on. He doesn't do much else.
As a homer, if you want to keep Gordon, I get it, but he's better than Gordon.
Hey, or you could just get rid of LeBron and put Gordon in LeBron's spot.
That's Jesus. You guys hate LeBron.
Jared Allen for the Cavs, and then Drew Holiday.
Imagine if LeBron had an apostrophe. Oh my God.
Oh, it's like if it was L''BRON, it'd be over for him.
All right, so here comes our bonus pack of wedge parallels, and we do have I did get 2 sets, so we will open some more here.
Okay, so a wedge pack, for the people who don't know, is all of the players on the cards are going to have a wedgie. That's my understanding.
Yeah. My understanding is that there's a wedge of cheese in there somewhere.
Let's see who's right.
All right.
Well,
so we got.
I don't see cheese.
No, my camera's gonna not like these either. But Tyler Smith on the wedge parallel. We got.
Oh, hey, there you go.
We got Giannis.
That guy should replace Embiid in a heartbeat.
Yes, I vote for that too.
Okay.
I vote for this guy. He's more durable, and yes,
he's won a championship. He's Tedekempo is amazing.
And this, those are actually these last 2. Giannis was numbered to 75, and come on, camera. Taylor Hendricks is also numbered to 75.
See, if you look, you can see he's uncomfortable, and he clearly has a wedgie. So my theory is right.
Okay.
I will tell you right now, that card and that pose are like perfect. I mean, and the Jazz being the team, it's like, I mean, that's like the perfect card. Just very bright and energetic, and he's got some weird pose.
All right, so we're gonna
Seriously,
start off.
what does a wedge card mean? Does anybody know?
Well, it's just the difference in the design, Kirk. So, like when
just a fancy version.
Yeah,
okay.
just that's the parallel with the shiny. They're just calling it a wedge as parallel, so it's just shiny and it's just
limited
different.
Edition, something.
Yeah.
And that guy wasn't numbered.
He was not, but Giannis up there, he's 68 of 75. That's pretty cool.
Guy did have a nice shoulder tattoo. It's very intricate, though.
Let's see what our second big card is here.
What do we got?
Wow.
Funny if it was a coach. It was a coach card. You're like, what?
Michael Malone.
Yay! Sort of.
So it's Kyrie Irving, rated rookie. So back when he was a.
Okay. Yeah, you can put him next to. There you go.
You talk about 2 of the weirder dudes to have ever played in the NBA, and that's who you get.
Yeah, we should.
I mean, on a personality basis, they are just oddballs.
So who would round out the starting 5 for oddballs? I mean, just over time, I would have to. I mean, Dennis Rodman, definitely.
Oh,
Obviously.
Oh yeah, you are definitely right on Rodman. We've got our guards. I mean, who is odd at center?
I'll have to think about that.
Isaiah Stewart.
I mean, Mark Eaton looked like a Sasquatch, but I don't know if he is very odd.
It's true.
Cameron
I think
Thomas.
People thought he was a Yeti for a while.
Yeah.
But he wasn't.
Keldon Johnson for the Spurs. I'm assuming you say Amen, but
Yeah, but it's like it's weird. He must have religious
Amen.
parents.
Tobias Harris.
Hey, we've seen him before.
We've seen him. We got Disco for Terry Eason. Franchise features, another LeBron.
See, he's got the little E, but he doesn't have an apostrophe. He's just got the little E.
Got
You know
Which
what?
is
That's the nicest thing you've said about LeBron. That's awesome. That's progress. I like
Derrick Rose.
Well, I'll tell you, I rooted for LeBron when he was in Cleveland, and I rooted for LeBron when he went to Miami. I'm glad he's got championships because he deserves them. My problem was when at the end of his career, it's like he started to become, that old man that thinks he should be running the team as a superstar. And I still remember, like, one of his last years in Cleveland, he brought in all these old guys like Dwayne Wade, Rose, and a couple of other the guys that were friends of his. They had a really bad season. He goes to the GM and says, you need to get rid of all these guys, his friends that he brought. And I didn't think they could, but the trade deadline, they got rid of them all. They got some pretty good players in return, but it's like, man, you'll stab your friends in the back to win. So, but he still wasn't happy, and he still ended up leaving Cleveland to go to LA.
DeAndre Ayton was also on that Suns team, right, Kirk, that lost to the Nuggets?
Yes, I think he was there. I believe he was their center. Yeah.
Miles Bridges for the Hornets. Mike Conley. He's kind of a weirdo, isn't he? Am I thinking?
I don't know if he'd make an all weirdo team.
And Grant Williams on that pack. These are not the easiest to open, I think, because they have 15 in there, so they're kind of full.
And give it up for the Pinky again, too. He's playing through the pain, people. Hopefully Aaron Gordon will be able to push through his hamstring. Just that you're setting a good example for Aaron Gordon.
Marvin Bagley III. Kyle Lowry. We already saw him. That's another one I'm not going to be able to. You know what?
Well, here's the thing about Zubac. I remember when everybody was picking the Clippers to beat the Nuggets, it's because they said that Zubac was, basically because the Clippers were deeper because they had a bench and the Nuggets don't. But they said that Zubac would be able to handle Jokic.
I don't think anybody can handle Jokic. He's going to do what he's going to do. I got to slow him down.
DeAndre Hunter, another one. Desmond Bain for the Grizzlies. Jerome Grant.
I think it's just Jeremy. But, of course, it had to be spelled weird.
Yeah, Jeremy. There's another name.
I love some of these names, man. They're just, it's like you could pronounce that, to Jane, all you want. I don't know. It's like he's a Hornet. The Hornets are bad. If you know who that is and know how to pronounce it, hey, that means you're one of the 6 Hornets left.
We got Franz Wagner on the disco. And then De'Aaron Fox on the Pass the Rock card. Seen him quickly, so some of these.
When they say pass the rock, they mean basketball. They don't mean the crack rock, people. By the way, just no confusion.
Julius is back. Oh, Bradley Beal.
Oh, he was good on the Suns team. He was fun to watch.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. The problem though is when they assembled that Suns team, they put 3 of the same players together. Yes. And of course, they all want to do the exact same thing, and it didn't really work out for the Suns so much.
That's just proof that you can get talented people, but there's got to be chemistry, and they got to gel, and there's got to be enough ball for everybody. So, good players, but just not a good team.
I liked watching.
Yeah, no, it's like it's a good collection of talent, but.
Right. No, that's different than a good team. You're right.
I liked watching Bradley Beal play when he was with the Wizards back with John Wall. Grady's back. He made it. Darius Garland. Looks like we're going to start recycling some of these.
There's Kuminga again. There's Kyrie again.
Which we're recycling all these cards, and we still haven't found a. We've got Aaron Gordon, 1 Nugget.
Yeah, we haven't gotten a Murray, a Jokic. We haven't gotten even the guy that's on the cover of these things. We haven't gotten a Steph Curry.
Great Expectations, AJ Johnson.
Now, seeing as his team got eliminated, I'm guessing he wasn't that great.
Cole Anthony. Dylan Brooks, Mitchell Robinson for the Knicks. Jason
It's been fun
Tatum.
watching the playoffs.
Well, there's a good player. He got hurt though. That's what
Yeah.
kind of made Boston's season go downhill.
You know
It's
what?
like,
I might. I mean, I could switch him out for maybe. Was it who's on there? Leonard?
Yeah, Kawhi.
I don't know.
Kawhi's back there. You got
yeah, I mean, I like
Is
Tatum
Leonard-
better than Leonard.
I would vote for that.
Yeah.
see, that's the beauty of picking our picking the 5 as you got, if I can get him to stand.
Well, he did have an Achilles injury, so it's probably
Yeah,
tough for him.
Even his card is injured. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, poor guy.
Marcus Smart for the Grizzlies. Derrick Rose again.
If this was 10 years ago, Derrick Rose would have been up on that wall.
He was a Bull, right? Back then.
Well, and he played with so much torque and just the jump cuts and things that he would make just put so much strain on his legs that it's like they just couldn't take it. It's too bad though, because boy, he had the potential. He's great.
There goes Julian Strawther. He was the
The Strawther game.
he was kind of the MVP of the last game, you know?
Yep.
And everybody
I was really hoping Julian Strawther would come through in these playoffs a little bit more, because he played pretty good in the regular season until he got hurt. I like Strawther and I like Watson. I think we got some young players that can maybe do something. So
I was laughing. I saw some videos of people doing recaps of Julian Strawther making threes and stuff, and they're like, "Who is this guy?"
it's Julian Strawther.
Keegan,
We know who he is.
Keegan Murray, got Duncan Robinson,
That's a great basketball name, Duncan.
Yusuf Nurkic,
There's a former Nugget.
former Nugget.
We had to get rid of him because it's like him and because we got him and Jokic at about the same time, and it's like you couldn't keep Nurkic and Jokic there because they basically played the same position, so they had to get rid of one of them.
They made the right call.
They
Spencer,
made the right call. Although Nurkic has had a pretty good career, but nowhere near Jokic.
He's solid, but yeah, not an MVP superstar.
you got
No, not a 3-time MVP. And I think it'll only be 3 times. I think they'll give it to SGA today.
Oh, that's happening today? Okay.
I think because it's game 7, and the NBA likes to give out that award while they're in the playoffs still. Well, you're taking a real chance that if you're going to give it to SGA or Jokic, one of those guys is going to get eliminated today.
Oh,
And then you have to give it. Then you got to give it to him in a hallway.
That's cool. Steph Curry on the bomb squad card. That's
I
neat.
think we might have to swap him out for, who is it? The Atlanta Hawkeye. It was
Oh
Trae
yeah,
Young.
for Trae Young. Yeah, we
Okay.
definitely got to put Curry in Young's spot, because that is the best shooting card.
Yeah, like it's a pretty solid setup we've got there. I mean, Curry, Tatum, Giannis, Brunson, James.
We're going with a small lineup. Other than Antetokounmpo. I mean, I know LeBron's 6'9", but he doesn't play under the basket.
Miles Bridges, Mike Conley, Grant Williams, and Chris Middleton.
He's a pretty good player for them. He's a pretty good player for the Bucks.
Chris with the K. I don't think I've ever seen that.
I'm trying to remember.
I've seen
I've seen it for girls.
I've seen KRIS, but I've never seen KH. That's a new one on me.
That's true. I guess I've never seen KHRIS.
Just trying to be different.
Hey, at least it's not an apostrophe.
We can agree on that.
Got Jaden Ivey, Pistons. Patrick Williams for the Bulls. There's KD.
Oh, he was, man.
Dude, look at Jokic is in the background. So is Gordon.
Jokic is finally on a card.
Yeah, we finally found a Jokic card.
it looks like he's jumping high too, which that doesn't happen anymore. Look at that. Like it's
I just
Yeah, no, it looks like Gordon is pushing him up.
I
It's
just
like, here, let me help you, old man.
I just feel like the Slim Reaper is the best nickname.
Oh, I don't know. I always like Durantula.
that's a good one. I heard that.
Hartenstein. There's Bam.
Yeah, Hartenstein's in the playoffs today too. I'm not rooting for him to have a good game.
And we got a disco of Melvin. Oh, this is an optic. This is an optic insert of Melvin Ajinka, rated rookie. And then we got Jalen Wells on the disco.
Man, brawling out the fro.
And then we got Wemby on the bomb squad. This has been a good couple packs.
You know, I really like Wembanyama. And the Spurs are going to get, I think, the second pick. So they'll be able to put another good player on that team, I hope, for those Spurs. Because you don't want to see Wembanyama end up.
You know what? I'm going to put him on a stand just because he's not in our starting yet, but I think he
could be a good sixth man, or he could play LeBron's position.
Devin Booker too. That guy's hard not to. He's amazing.
Yeah, he's very good. Unless he's not shooting well.
He's the one that stayed with Phoenix, right? He's not the one that came. He stayed with Phoenix.
He's been there, I think, like 8, maybe 10 years. And he's the Suns' leading scorer. That guy can put up some points in a hurry. That was a problem. He had too many scores, and he tried to become a point guard, so it just wasn't gelling.
Giannis again. There's Zion.
Oh, man, there's a lot. Man, we got overflowing. We could have, like, I don't know, do a whole 12 team instead of just 5, but there's a lot of talent.
Trace Jackson Davis.
Or two starting lineups we could have.
Derek White. CJ McCollum. All right, this is going to work out. This is going to work out perfect.
Yeah. That White from the Celtics, he had a great game when Tatum got injured. He kept him alive in Boston, so they got to New York where they eventually lost. But he can have some moments. He's a player.
Then we got one more pack, and then we'll do the bonus wedge pack. So it's going to time out perfect. I like when that happens. We got Jaden Hardy.
This might be another. Oh yeah, he's been killing it for the Knicks in the playoffs.
Ja Morant.
Well, I'll tell you, that is actually one of the better shooting guards too, but he just can't keep himself out of trouble.
We got Dort. Malik Beasley for the Pistons. Chris Paul again. Rudy Gobert. You know, he's
been great.
Yep.
Oh, I thought of another head case guy, Vernon Maxwell from the Rockets. He was a nut job. He would go a little nutty.
And we got.
If you remember him?
Oh yeah, I remember. I think he was on those championship teams wasn't he on the championship teams with Clyde Drexler and Olajuwon?
And Kenny Smith and Otis Thorpe. Yep.
Another one of the discos for Sadiq
Big
Bey.
Shot Bob, Robert Horry.
Yes.
Dude's got some guns, man.
Well, when you don't get to play a lot, it's like you do get to work out.
Franchise features that guy.
Guy.
I'm not gonna try because I'll get roasted. Bobby Portis for the Bucks. And then we got Gary Trent Jr., Kyle Kuzma, Wizards.
He's French.
Terry Rozier the third. Dorian Finney-Smith. And then we'll end this pack on Anthony Simmons. Simmons? One of the two.
Probably Simons.
Yeah, Simons.
We should try to put one pack. We should try to put together a squad, an all-star squad of guys that don't have any tattoos. That would be difficult.
All right, so we'll end this on the wedge parallel pack.
Oh, there you go.
And we got Russell Westbrook as a Nugget, if it'll focus. All right, there we go.
It's worked out well for the Nuggets. That was a good call bringing him over. So I hear people like, oh, he's a head case, he's a bat. No, he's a solid player. He's a vet. He knows what he's doing.
There was a lot of hate for him going into the going to the Nuggets, but he's been pretty good.
Right. Well, he's at the end of his. It's weird when people like, yeah, he's not as good as he used to be. Well, like, yeah, duh, he's older. That's what happens.
Well, so I guess it's to James Salon. To John Salon. I found somewhere on the website for the Charlotte Hornets, they actually have a button you can hit to play to get his name pronounced.
Oh, nice. That's nice of them.
And we'll end on Buddy Hield for the Golden State Warriors. So, hey, we did pretty well if you look at this. I mean, that's a pretty good starting team, I mean, are they going to gel well? Who knows, but
right, and like not even like, and then Kevin Durant and Booker didn't even make the squad. So that's how good it is. That's a solid squad right there.
Not going to argue with that for sure. You know. But all right, well,
hey, look, there's no apostrophes on that team. Look at that. That's the all non-apostrophe team.
You know what? I got these. Sam's Club. I saw in the chat. I don't believe that they are available at Costco, but I did get these at Sam's Club. They are on sale right now for $31. I think we got a pretty decent value for $31. It's, some pretty good cards in there. Steph Curry on the bomb squad. We got Wembanyama coming in on the side there. I know he's not in frame, but there he is. There's Wemby. He's hard to miss. It's hard to get him out of frame.
Yeah. Lanky.
He's fun to watch just because he's so big. And I'd like to see him and Manute Bol next to each other. Just a comparison. But well, I think that'll wrap it up for us this week. We had had fun with this. We'll have to, Randy, I'm looking forward to your recap of this team to see how we put it all together, and LeBron James, we'll see what you have to say about him. And
I got plenty to say about LeBron.
Of course, we know that.
I've said quite a bit about LeBron.
You don't want to hear what LeBron has to say about you. That's what I'm saying.
It's like, yeah, he's going to go, who?
That is very true. And we do have one here. Sorry if I mispronounced it. Ed Shante. Sorry about your name. But they do come with the 2 box toppers as well. Those are the jumbo cards. Each pack has one of those in it. And they are kind of throwback cards to the rookies. We got Kawhi and... Kyrie. Yeah, Kawhi and Kyrie. They can be numbered from 10 to 1. We didn't get any numbered on that. We did get the numbered on the Giannis, which is pretty cool. Up to 75. So value-wise, I feel like I might go buy some more of these today because they did have quite a few in stock. And at $31, I felt like it was a good value, which I don't always get to say about cards. And these were a backup because I struggled to find Bowman baseball this week. So hopefully next week will be to Bowman baseball because I really want to do Bowman. I just haven't been able to find them. So
as a goof, if hopefully you can find the basketball background, and you should do the basketball basketball for the baseball, just to confuse,
Just
to make it
just to confuse people. Yes. Sorry about the baseball background. My basketball background was MIA today. I just couldn't find it in time, but look, it happens. What do I say?
come back next week, and we'll see if he finds it. There you go. A little teaser. Look at that. Look at that. The way to rope in the fans.
With that being said, though, Kirk, thanks for joining us again this week. You're our basketball guru. If anybody does want to check out Kirk's videos, he is also a comedy guy. He likes to do just silly comedy videos. He's at Kirk Buckout, right?
Yeah, on YouTube.
Yeah. Yep, on YouTube, TikTok as well. You can find us.
Type Kirk Buck. Just type that in, and then it'll pop up in the search engine. That's the easiest way.
There you go. We got me and Randy. We got videos all week on YouTube and TikTok, so you can check us out. Do like and subscribe. I always throw that in at the end. It's free. It doesn't. It helps us out, and it's a shameless pitch, but I throw it in just because why not? And hopefully everybody enjoyed this video this week. I did more than I expected. I'm gonna go today and pick up some more of these packs because I feel like for value's sake we did very well. So once again, thank you, Kirk, for joining us. Randy, as always, and we'll see you guys next week, hopefully for some Bowman baseball.